I'm Edward Otto Zelke, and let's queer up politics. Trump ally Lindsey Graham dies at 71, leaving behind a long record opposing LGBTQ+ rights. U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham, the South Carolina Republican who became one of Trump's closest allies, has died at 71 after what his office described as a brief and sudden illness. President Trump announced Graham's death on Truth Social, writing, quote, "Senator Lindsey Graham, one of the greatest people and senators I have ever known, is dead. He was always working and was a true American patriot. Lindsey will be greatly missed. Details and arrangements to follow. So sad." End quote. However, for LGBTQ+ Americans, Graham's legacy includes consistent opposition to marriage equality, workplace non-discrimination protections, and the repeal of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Graham has a decades-long record opposing LGBTQ+ rights. He voted for the Defense of Marriage Act in 1996, opposed the Employment Non-Discrimination Act, voted against the Respect for Marriage Act in 2022, and described himself as, quote, "a proud defender of traditional marriage," end quote. Throughout his political career, Graham also faced persistent public speculation about his sexual orientation, which he repeatedly denied. Graham served more than 3 decades in Congress and was campaigning for a 5th Senate term at the time of his death. Well, we don't wish anybody, we wish his family or whoever he called family peace, but, this is, he's gone. We don't have amnesia, and we know exactly how he has been in terms of the LGBTQ+ community. And, to be honest, I don't give really any second thought to any of this, It's sad because he had a platform. He could have used it to benefit, equality and human decent rights and stuff. And he just chose not to do that. And he made his whole career about the complete opposite.
It's kind of sad, when you think of someone self-loathing that much. I mean, maybe he wasn't gay, but he was a homosexual. How about that? You know what I mean? There are lots of rumors about him. He never got married. All right. There's nothing against anybody who doesn't get married. Right. He never had children. He would go above and beyond to fight for marriage between a man and a woman, and sometimes when you fight that loud is because you're really battling who you really are inside, and I don't wish that on anybody, even someone who has targeted our community, so much. They say that he died of an aortic dissection, that could come on just like that. And then they had him hiding. People were looking everywhere for Mr. Graham. And, it was like, and all the memes were coming out and it was awful,
and the conspiracy theories too. You may have started hearing things about Russia possibly poisoning him just as he got back and stuff. And they were quick to put out that autopsy report right away. So, I mean, who knows?
Will we miss him, John?
Well, I will tell you, do you want to call him gay? Do you want to call him a homosexual? Let's just compromise in the middle and call him what he was. Sodomite. He hit on someone I used to date.
Oh, okay. Okay. Like flat up,
way back in the day. I think during his first or second, it was during his first Senate term at a rally. He hit on someone I had yet to date, but I've heard the story from him. So that's what he is. He's been vile for a long time. He was a House manager for Bill Clinton's impeachment trial. So let's not lionize this guy for, offering a Democrat colleague, a Kleenex once when they were having an allergy attack. We're starting to see with this across the aisle, like, oh, we disagreed on policy, but I really liked him. No. Absolutely not. This is what MAGA is going to start doing en masse within the next 3 to 5 years. Oh, no, I was Republican, but I wasn't really MAGA. No, we have to attach this like the anchor it's going to be, the political anchor it's going to be, the human rights anchor that it's going to be. Lindsey Graham is gone, and I, for one, to say, girl, bye.
There is no other queer nonprofit media platform like this in the entire world. Support our LGBTQ stories by sharing them and subscribing to Queer News Tonight.